You're sitting there right now, maybe in bed, maybe on the couch, scrolling through your phone, and there's this tiny voice in your head telling you things will eventually work out, that something or someone is coming to give you your shot. But here's the brutal truth. Nobody cares. No one's coming with a handout. No one's arriving to rescue you. If you wait around, you'll blink. And 5 years from now, you'll be in the exact same place, living the exact same problems, wishing you'd done something when you still had the chance. If you're ready to break away from this mindset and commit to growing beyond your comfort zone, make sure to subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and hit that bell so you never miss the push you need to move forward. Let's get really honest about this idea. Nobody cares. The world does not owe you anything. The universe isn't sitting around plotting ways to hand you opportunities. Hope, wishing, waiting, none of that creates momentum in your life. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. And if you stay where you are, you'll only get better at making excuses. Years will pass, your frustration will grow, and you'll look for someone to blame. But the only person responsible for your future is you. You want to know why you feel stuck? It's comfort. It's safety. You've trained yourself to crave predictability, to avoid discomfort at all costs, to settle for what you know because what you don't know is scary. But growth, the real, life-changing kind, lives right on the other side of that fear. Greatness lives in discomfort. Success is hiding in uncertainty. You just have to step into the unknown and bet on yourself. But most people won't do that. Most people want the guarantee. They want a sign that says, if you do this, everything will turn out exactly the way you want. That's not how life works. Conditions are never perfect. Stars don't magically align. There's always another obstacle. There's always another reason not to start. If you wait for the world to make things easy, you'll be waiting forever. Here's the secret. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, it's your time now. You've got to decide it's your time and act. Think about your daily decisions. What to eat, what to watch, what to scroll, what to buy. How many of those choices move you forward? Most of the time, they're just maintaining your current reality, keeping you in a little comfort cocoon. And each day you reinforce that comfort zone, you're teaching yourself it's okay to stay stuck. But deep down, you know standing still means falling behind. The people who leap ahead aren't more talented. Most of the time, they're just willing to act before they feel ready. If you really want to change your life, you have to get ruthless with your excuses. It's not about waiting for inspiration or motivation or confidence to show up. Because here's another brutal truth. Even if you're lucky enough to feel that initial spark, it burns out fast. External motivation fades, outside encouragement disappears, and you're still left alone with your own doubts. And that's when you find out what you're really made of, when it's 5 a.m. and your alarm goes off and the only person who can make you get up is you. By the way, if you're getting value from this video, hit the like button and comment with the biggest action you're taking for yourself this week. Your commitment could inspire someone else to stop waiting and start doing. Here's the uncomfortable reality. There are no shortcuts, no secret hacks, no overnight transformations. Only the relentless, uncomfortable, repetitive grind, showing up, day in and day out, putting one foot in front of the other, even when you can't see the results yet. Most people drop out long before they even see a glimpse of progress. They're discouraged by how far they still have to go. They're scared off by the amount of work it's going to take, but time passes either way. Work remains, whether you step up or shrink back. And when you're tempted to quit, and you will be, you have to ask yourself a single question. Is the pain of doing hard things really worse than the pain of never becoming who you could have been? You'll pay a price either way. You can endure the discomfort of growth or face the regret of unrealized potential. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Nobody is out there keeping tabs on whether you rise to your own expectations. Nobody's tracking whether you persist when things get tough. And honestly, nobody cares. It's not their life. It's yours. That's why the only person who can truly hold you accountable is you. And that deep discomfort you feel when you let yourself down? Use it. Let it burn. Let it remind you what's at stake. You have to stop hoping the world will notice your struggle and reward your effort simply for trying. You have to stop looking for validation and start giving yourself permission to succeed, permission to be relentless, permission to demand better from yourself, from your actions, from your habits, from your time, from your life. Are you being honest with yourself? Or are you comfortable with disappointment? Are you too familiar with making excuses, too accepting of clipping your own wings? Because safety is a prison, and you're likely the one holding the keys. Listen, you don't get the luxury of staying the same if you want to change. Something old in you has to die for your new chapter to begin. Old habits, old fears, old identities, they all have to go. Every time you step into the unknown and face those fears, you create a new version of yourself, one with more courage, more possibility, more power. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below because your journey matters, and hearing from you helps us grow together. Emotions, especially frustration and anger about your own missed chances, are raw energy. Use that energy. Don't let it freeze you. Don't let it become another excuse. You're not special for facing struggle. You're not exempt from paying the price of progress. Nobody is. Every achiever you see has a graveyard of excuses and failures behind them. What makes them different? They turned pain into fuel. They kept moving when nobody cared whether they succeeded or failed except themselves. You have to stop blaming the world, your parents, the government, your boss, or the economy. Blame fixes nothing. Excuses repair nothing. Only action creates change. Only responsibility for your own life brings results. And that's terrifying, because it means everything is up to you. Your effort, your attitude, your follow-through, those shape your future. But that's also where your power lies. You don't have to wait for a green light from anyone. Every single day, life gives you a million small opportunities to make different choices. Most people coast on autopilot, reliving the same habits, the same doubts, the same tomorrow I'll start story. You don't have to be most people. You don't have to wait, to wonder, to wish. You can take one small step now before you're ready, because momentum snowballs. One action leads to another. One win leads to more wins. Here's what separates those who succeed from those who settle. Commitment. Relentless, inconvenient, daily commitment. Winners cut off backup plans. They don't look for a safe way out. They burn their boats, eliminate their excuses, and make sure success isn't just an option, but the only option. Comfort is seductive, but it's a thief. It steals your greatness in exchange for ease. You don't get to have both. You get to choose comfort or growth, safety or greatness, temporary pleasure or permanent pride. You have to choose the pain that leads somewhere, or you'll end up with the misery of knowing you never gave everything you had. Nobody's going to tap you on the shoulder and tell you it's time. Nobody is going to drag you out of bed. Nobody is going to celebrate you for wanting it. They only notice when you do it. When you commit. When you refuse to settle. When you push through the days that hurt. When you persist long after others quit. That's when everything changes. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become someone even you respect. Nobody cares if you start or if you quit. Nobody cares if you waste another day or turn your whole life around. That responsibility belongs only to you. But your goals, they do matter. Your future, it matters. Your happiness, your achievements, and the legacy you leave, those matter. Not to the world, maybe, but they have to matter to you. If you want your life to change, this is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when someone tells you you're ready. Life isn't waiting, and neither should you. Move now. Work now. Become now. Nobody cares if you wait, but you will care someday. Make today the day that you stop waiting for a rescue and save yourself. If you want more no-nonsense truths and real strategies to break out of comfort and build the future you deserve, hit that bell and check out our other videos right here on the Growth Mindset Project. Your future self is waiting. Will you answer the call?